Looking for a fall backyard, cozy romantic date night? Then keep on watching. Welcome to Flourish with Delores. I have my fall checklist ready for our cozy date night, and we're gonna get started with making some roasted pepper chicken chili. It is perfect for a cozy romantic date night throughout the season, even the winter months, because it just gives you all the feels. And we're going to combine our sauteed celery, peppers, onions, garlic into our crock pot. And the reason why I saute it ahead of time is because we don't want it to be crunchy. And I love mixing red and light kidney beans, dark red and light. You'll see in the recipe that it just calls for one, but I love to have all the different colors in there. And for my chicken, I had already cleaned it off and all that good stuff after picking up groceries. So that's all good to go in the pot. And then here I am putting a ton of seasoning on there because I like it to be nice and flavorful. And then we're going to go ahead and put our red pepper blend into the pot, as well as some chicken broth. Now, the rest of the chicken broth that you have left over that the recipe doesn't call for, go ahead and save that because you can always use it a couple days later when your soup starts to get thicker. If you're like me and you like your soup to be a little bit more soupy, then you want to go ahead and save your the chicken broth in the fridge and then just add it to it a couple days from now. And of course, after a couple hours, I went and added some more seasoning, so you can do that to taste. And then you're going to take your chicken out and start shredding it. And I did this on high for 4 hours. So around the 3.5 hour mark is when I took out the chicken to shred it. And then I put it back in so all of the goodness can just really mix into the chicken. And so I let that continue to cook for another 30 minutes. All right, so now let's set up our next thing on our to-do list, which is our dessert. And so I wanted to go something fall theme, which is some caramel candied apples. I was really excited about. And quick tip that I learned was to put some lemon juice on there to kind of keep the color. And here's the caramel that I use. Now, the apples is the caramel part is what I had a hard time with, and I tried it again. The trick that helped this time, so with what you're seeing right now, the caramel kept running off. The trick that helped this time was I made sure the apples were dry and that I did not warm up my caramel too much. Now it's time for some drinks. I wanted to make something that my husband would enjoy, and since he's not a big drinker and prefers things to be lower alcohol content, I made apple cider sangria, caramel apple cider sangria, and it's mostly apple cider with some Moscato in it. Super sweet, super delicious, and he enjoyed it. Now we're checking on our chili, making sure it's tasting good. And now let's go onto our checklist to set up our backyard. It's been a while since we hung out back here, since the temperature kind of dropped, but I really wanted to set it up for a nice cozy fall because we still want to continue to utilize our backyard even in the fall. And here's where our fire pits really come in handy. These bins, I'm going to link it below. This is where I keep all of the things I always want outdoors, like my citronella candles, sanitizers, everything that I just don't want to continue to go back inside for. I keep it outside all year round and it works out really well. If you're like me, you sanitize everything, and I just felt the need, since we hadn't been out there for a couple of weeks, to sanitize my couches. But here we are lighting these fire pits. I got these from Target and I will link them below as well. Definitely make sure you check out our spring backyard makeover to see more deets about our backyard. Now the TV I was struggling to set up to plug in, but I wanted to make sure that I did everything on my own without having to call my husband, because I really wanted to set up a romantic scene for him without him seeing the setup that I was creating. So yes, I was so excited when I pulled it off. Chicken chili is looking and smelling so good, and it's ready to serve. Again, this is why I love the look of the different colored kidney beans. And I'm going ahead and adding some Colby Jack shredded cheese, and we're gonna serve it with some Townhouse crackers. I got the Italian herb ones, but trust me, you wanna get these cheddar ones. They are so good, and unfortunately they were out of stock when I went in. All right, we are serving our drinks. And again, this drink was perfect for someone who doesn't really like strong drinks. I do. So I went ahead and added some Casamigos to mine, which was perfect.
Oh, yay. That's so nice.
Thank you. So there you have it. Charles was so appreciative of this vibe and me putting this together. He actually asked me why didn't I ask him for help. But I really just wanted to do something special for him. Originally, we were going to watch a cozy fall movie, but we found out that the 50th anniversary of Disney Celebration was coming on, so we decided to watch that instead, which was actually really interesting. And getting ready for dessert. Again, I redeemed myself by trying these again so that the caramel could stick, but we still had fun. We took this up to the bedroom and dipped it into the caramel, and it was still so delicious. So I hope you enjoyed our fall cozy backyard date night. Thank you so much for watching. Give this video a thumbs up, and we are so close to 1,000 subscribers. So by subscribing, you are helping us get closer to being monetized. So thank you in advance, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.